Oh, Narc Bully, it's your boy, King David. Let's go. Let's get it. The Narc Bully King. I know it's been a little while, but sometimes you got to take some time off of social media, get your mind together, then get back on here. You know Sigma's how it's done. You don't ever give all of yourself to nothing, okay? You know what I'm saying? You're jack of all trades, you know? What is it? I don't know how it goes. Something about, but master of none, you know? Basically, you do it all, and you master it, but you don't stick to nothing. You keep it trucking. Listen, guys, I appreciate all the support, man, all the likes, the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Salute, salute. We'll be going with this every day. This channel is going to be mostly lives. I do have some Narc Bully classics from my other channel. I will be uploading over to here, but had to do some planning. You know how we do Sigmas, planning, writing things down, coming up with a schedule. I'm on schedule, starting the day a little bit late, but better late than never. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? And let's discover. Okay, listen, been doing some thinking. Um, Now allow this to apply to your situation, and I'll make it work for you at the end. But it's story time. Okay, 1, 2, 3 on the clock. As I said that. Um, what I've been having happen to me lately is a lot of gang stalking. Went boring as I say this, looking dramatic. Now, look, guys, I know that we know the gang stalking. Whenever we're doing what we're doing, it's coming from some enemies that we know of. Of course, that's possible and it's true. But this new level of gang stalking, I believe, is system ran. Now, hear me out. Now, we know the Matrix is set up to have us all thinking that, hey, we need to be inside of the system at all times. We need to be on our phones. We need to be checking our statuses. We need to be checking who's, leaving comments. Woo, woo. It's all set up to make us believe that the internet is real. Now, I know the younger folks like to call it social media, whatever you want to call it to make you feel comfortable with your generation, right? You know what I'm saying? Older people might call it World Wide Web. It doesn't make no never mind. It's the same thing. So, let's think about it like this. With this system being set up, they never give you anything for free. This system was set up so we'd eventually get attached to it and need it. It's basically a social credit score. They're already implementing this. You guys are worried about, it being implemented with your money. Well, they've already given you a social credit score with social media. So all of social media is you have to maintain your appearance. You have to make sure you look good. If anyone questions you, you got to retaliate. All these different things that allow people to lower your vibration, allow you to be lower down to care what others think. You don't care what anybody thinks. We're not going to fall for that narc tactic. That's unacceptable behavior, and we will have no part of it. There's a lot going on right now. Makes no never mind. Listen, guys, you know what I'm saying? This social construct that's set up for every time you have things going on, all kind of crazy stuff pops up around you, things go on. I mean, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Whenever you have something going on, whenever you try to, the social machine starts sending things out and people start acting weird and doing strange behavioral things. Listen, the system itself, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it copies. What is this? It's a ladybug. Ladybug just flew by me. Listen, the system itself is set up, you know what I'm saying, so that people end up, getting in the code, right? Getting in the code and getting locked down in the system. Now, I say system and matrix, but those are the words that we use, you know what I'm saying, to define how you're being brainwashed all the time. So, the code that they're giving you every day is everything that they're feeding you through social media. It's always something after another, this, that, or the third, right? And all this is doing is brainwashing you into thinking that you need to care about whatever they're saying, care about whatever topics they're talking about, care about whatever new way they come up with to make men and women have a problem with each other, right? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever other, issue they're trying to push, with heterosexual people and, people of the community of LGBTQ. There is no issue, but they're always trying to make an issue, trying to make us feel like we're against each other when we should be rallying together against the one common enemy who's consistently putting these different systems, and I call them codes, because if you think about it, a system, it really is just a code. Like, if you think about it, you're the main character in this game that's going on right now of life. and they're just codes, right? So, what they're doing is they're getting you into the nature. Ooh, there we go. They're getting you into the habit of realizing their codes instead of you, manifesting your own codes. Getting light codes from the sun, getting nature codes from nature. And then you realizing, who you are, which is, God having a physical, manifestation and a round of life here, in the school. And if you come here and you don't educate yourself and you allow others, they will literally control your soul and use your soul to manifest their reality. And we're not here to do that stuff anymore. Okay? We're not doing that. So I say all that to say this: any person that's a narcissist is just a person that has been programmed by the system through the social constructs that we have from the powers that be to make sure that we're always sleeping and operating in a place of fear. So whenever someone is doing something outside of the norm, they react like a wild animal who's scared and they attack. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to figure anything out, not trying to be like, things that make you go, some of this person's making sense. I do feel this kind of way. It does make me feel like this after I listen to music, or, it does make me feel like this whenever I'm having to pay these taxes and, I'm living this life going to work, and while I'm at work dealing with all this stress, and then on my way home, all the traffic and, worrying about the slave catchers, cops, um, all over the place, you know what I'm saying, just stationed up to add more fear. It's just manifesting this garbage reality that we're all living in. And we're not going to do it no more. And here's what's going on: we're starting to rise. And as you rise, I'm going to make it all make sense. I'm going to tie it in the end. Come on, bear with me. I know I'm running out of time here. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's all a social construct built by the system, which is, you can call it the OG narc. You know what I'm saying? The spirit, the devil, whatever, is basically trying to hijack your mind, which is your computer inside this realm, to allow you to function properly into thinking linear, as if you got to go about life a certain kind of way, and that's not your true nature. You're supposed to go about life your way. You're supposed to be going with stuff within. It makes no sense. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I'll get back on here later on. But it's your boy, master number 33, Narc Bully King. We're gonna go get them, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing. I'm full out on their neck, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm full out on their neck. I'm not playing anymore. I really listen. I'm gonna go a little bit longer on this one. This is important. You know, the system right now itself is, I believe, um, AI is using bots to troll people, to harass people, depending on the social platform, right? I believe AI, you know what I'm saying, these generated, gang stalking bots are doing all these different things to cause people to look bad, to cause people to lash out during their own lives or whatever, in order to sway the public's opinion of a truth teller that's actually tapped in, but to make them appear insane or mentally disturbed or whatever. Because while they're having an awakening, they know that you're super sensitive, right? They know you're super sensitive to your surroundings, and that you're going to start picking up on things, and you're going to like be able to feel like, oh, this ain't my energy, and oh, there's others watching me, and you can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from, and they take advantage of that, and they start gaslighting you with a bunch of AI trolls or whatever on your social media. Everybody has social media. They could be gang stalking you with AI trolls on Facebook. It could be Instagram. It could be Snapchat. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Snapchat does it, but you know what I mean. The main hitters, right? The main hitters, not just any random smaller, app or whatever. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So you're thinking that, it's possibly, and these people might be doing it too, exes, family members, but no one's able to do it to the level, if you're a real truth teller, where you're having, getting harassed at all levels all the time. Also a lot of different missing phone calls. Like, I know maybe they ex, but some of these phone calls, nah, man, think about it. What has access to the internet all day long, never gets tired, doesn't have a conscience, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a robot that's harassing you all the time because it's programmed to do so. It doesn't have a conscience like, oh, I'm tired, I know this is getting old. No, it's listen, the system. It's the system. So listen, once you understand and you're a truth teller, or you're putting out any kind of truth that God sends you to send out, and you're getting trolled a lot, 9 times out of 10, yeah, some haters involved, but not around the clock. No one is that organized except an organization. And think about the organization. This is the system, man. It's a system. So once you realize the system and the system itself is, realizing, oh man, because listen, they know your birth chart. They know who you are. Think about it. They know all your astrology, your alignments, your placements, and they know your potential. And if some kind of way something triggers your potential, they've been trying to, keep you asleep, but something triggers your potential, like something, it's always some catastrophic event. Like, you got to start over. Let's say a war happens in your area, and your whole area is in like this starved, famished type of situation. Greats come out of that situation, or someone loses their entire family. Greats come out of that, or someone loses their business, or like a long-term relationship or whatever, and they got to go through a divorce or separation, and kids are involved. Something always comes great out of that, the trauma. You see what I'm saying? We got somebody in here. Shout out and salute to you for joining me. But when you start realizing it's a social construct, and even because you know that you're here to just learn, and it's like a school, and your vessel here is really just house your soul. And you get codes. You're getting codes from light, codes from the sun, codes from the fruit, codes from I call it codes when I go out in nature and I walk around. I'm getting those nature codes. Somebody probably using that, but you're getting all these codes that God gives you naturally. And what the system is trying to do is get you to always get codes from the system itself, like your phone, your social media, what people think of you, your likes. They're literally telling you what they're trying to program you with all the time, the like system. And they can adjust and tweak how many views you're getting. And you'll think that you're doing something wrong, but it's not you. That's why I keep telling everybody, I believe most of these apps are social experiments, and they're trying to figure us out mentally. And they're just like, they can put pressure on your channel and make it go down in views, and you'll think that you're doing something wrong, react a certain kind of way, push out some new kind of content that can, stimulate thought, or they want to see what you're going to do. They're always doing stuff like this. Nothing is free, right? So they're getting their money's worth, right? We just got to like operate a little bit differently. That's why I'm trying to bring this stuff up. I want you guys to think about, thinking this kind of way, like, instead of thinking like I think, which is not a wrong way to think, but it's a very small-minded way to think, like the X and haters online. Yes, they're doing these things, but I'm getting trolled around the clock. Where they messed up at was they had that bot that was waiting for me to go live on a live I had just created, and it didn't like the video or nothing. Came in the live and automatically started trolling. That could have been an X or something like that. It's possible, but even if it is an X or a crazy old coworker or old friend, those are still bots. They're just, organic bots. They're, the system has hijacked this person, which, that person houses the soul, so this vessel you're in, it's your computer programmed character. And most people let their character get hijacked by the system. So therefore, whenever you're doing something that triggers them, they go out of their way to start doing things to corrupt whatever you're trying to do. The system don't even have to do too much, right? So you have these haters that are programmed by the system because they're sleeping, they don't want to be woken up, and the system is running them to do all this wicked kind of stuff. But then the system itself is generating trolls. The system itself is generating trolls. These are I'm telling you, I'm tapped in. It'll come out eventually about this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen to what God sends me. I'm getting a lot of different messages from targeted individuals. And I was like, I don't know why are these people trying to kind of pull me into this thing? And they're always asking me, you're a target individual. I believe I am, right? I've been kind of hitting around to it. Look, there's a power line right by my house. They keep working on it. I have never seen a power line get worked on so much ever in my life. And y'all have seen the weird little things, like I feel like the neighbor, whatever, the jammer or something going on. You know what I mean? Obviously got a camera point. But I mean, some neighbors just do stuff like that. But what I'm trying to tell you, I almost slipped. But what I'm trying to tell you is the system, whenever you're a truth teller and you're trying to expose what's going on, because people just like surface level, oh, they're a narcissist. It's deeper than that. Narcissism is code. Narcissism is code from the system. Narcissists, they've been trained us to be narcissists for a long time. Anybody wants to be a CEO or work for some organization, and be in charge of it has narcissistic tendencies or a narcissist altogether. You should be trying to build your own. You should be trying to shine your light, unless you're like a healer, in the craft of medicine, like is in a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, stuff like that. But if you're just like a CEO of a Fortune 500, you're just a narcissist, man. You're feeding off the system, and you're feeding off whoever works for you. Most people that are, I don't know, have their mind on right, they want to like spread their gift that God gave them in their own kind of way. So this system is just, I'm putting in the words best I can, so I'm still walking. I'm trying to make sure you guys can, without sounding too, you know what I'm saying? Okay, think of it like this, okay? Every person you encounter is hating on you. Why do they hate on you, right? You're thinking like, why would somebody have a reason to hate on me? Da, 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 da. Well, the system is designed to make sure that everybody hates on each other. It's code. What you watch, what you take in, the foods they give us to make sure that we're not mentally able to think properly, where all the metals and stuff running through our veins and in our head and stuff from what we're eating, right? It's causing us to want to compete with each other for no reason. It'll cause us to want to shut each other down for no reason, right? And we should be trying to learn from each other. Now, once you clean your system up and you don't want to be low vibrational, they have all these shows talking about having, look where they're going with this, having casual, and hooking up with people. That's your vessel. Whenever you hook up with them, whoever they hooked up with, if they ain't cleansed properly and they got demons on them. If not, sexually transmitted diseases. And you're just, why? Why? Because culture is pressing it on you that you need to go out there and give your vessel to somebody else to prove to the world that you're a man or a woman, or you're not this or you're not that. Why are you doing all that? Focus that energy into something else. But the bigger picture is, why are we constantly being programmed in this kind of hookup culture where we take all the energy of love and passion out of everything that we have, and we're becoming robots with it, right? The system is making us to where we have no emotion. We're operating in our lower chakra, you know what I'm saying? Chakra, whatever. And we're never rising up, you know what I mean? And trying to operate out of our mind, you know what I'm saying? Out of our heart. Everything is just dog eat dog, which is a narcissistic mentality, a narcissistic type of world, right? So I'm just looking at things from a bigger picture. So if you're a content creator and you're getting hated on, it's not all human beings, man. It is AI. I'm an engineer. I look at my analytics on YouTube and I'm like, I got 3 other YouTube channels, and I'll put like this one, and I'll put a video out here on one of the other ones, and they'll do really good. They're getting the same views as my main channel with 2,700 views or 2,700 followers or whatever, subscribers. And then I go look at the analytics, and the impressions that are being pushed out on these channels are high. But mine on my main channel, for the most part, up until recently, were only going up to 300, 400, right? That's weird. But the impressions click-through rate is really high. So that means people are clicking on it, but they're not sending out enough impressions. They're literally suppressing that. Listen, it don't take much to put a code in there, to target somebody by certain words they're using. They have us on our phones all the time. So once you start putting out certain words, certain trigger words, they can start targeting you, and then they can start sending bots your way, right? Bots leaving comments, bots down arrowing. They can do all this. So what I'm saying all that to say this, if you're out there being a narc bully, putting out the truth, and you start, getting trolled, or you feel like certain things are going on, it might be some of these people, but it's more organized than that. Like, think bigger, depending on what you're doing and what you're saying. Now, if you're just some person that's regurgitating information that you've heard, you're not getting bothered in the first place, so don't act like you are. But if you're somebody that's actually making change and making people think about the way that the social construct is set up, you know what I'm saying, how the matrix is set up, having them think outside the box, and then next thing you know, you're starting to have like weird things going, like not super weird, but weird enough. You know what I mean? I don't pay no attention to what social media says, right? Like, I'm online, I got a bunch of so-called wannabe witches and everything else want to believe they got power to do. They don't have power to do nothing. This is bigger than them. They're just clowns that think they have something. No, parlor tricks. I'm talking about people that can make things move, right? So people that can suppress views, people that can make a phone call, make sure that certain things don't happen or you can't be seen. People making sure, put it like this, people making sure you cannot be seen. Making sure, because you have everything it takes, right? Let's just use me for example. I don't like doing it too much, but I have everything it takes to push my message all the way to the top. There's no reason for suppression. I'm not cussing too much. I'm not talking crazy about women, nothing like that. So the only other reason, like any other truth teller online, you start getting suppressed. Look at how they treat every truth teller online. Like, he probably didn't think about it or whatever, but the Rashad Jamals, all these different people, I guarantee you, by the way he was acting, he was getting trolled a lot. You can go to his lives and watch him. He was getting trolled a lot. These are some of these trolls. I'm telling you what he knew, but like I'm thinking of it like in a sense more of an AI machine, whereas he might have been thinking direct people. AI machine, right? AI that they're able to program and target people because that machine will just keep hitting you, right? A normal person will get tired and be like, okay, or read the rest of the comments. Those machines just keep hitting. It's a machine, and it can just keep sending more and more, and it don't make no never mind. It can make them all day long. So I want you guys to think like that if you're content creating or posting any of your knowledge online, and you start getting a whole lot of negativity. What's going on is if you're putting out anything worth anything, they have to make you seem crazy because they want to put you in a category of a conspiracy theorist or something like that, so that they can turn the public against you, so they can do whatever they want, right? So what they happened to do with me, I was coming out of a horrible breakup, and instead of me waiting until I came out the breakup and healed and then put the knowledge out, they were hitting me while I was still healing, and I'm saying I'm thinking this and that and the third, and the ex, which they were, but to the capacity of it. Now, I believe that they also have AI out there, like low level AI, like not like, what I'm saying, on some real targeted stuff they're talking about. But if, just to kind of test the waters and see what level you are, they just have like troll AI. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it can get worse, and they have individual people, what these target individuals are talking about. But I believe low level of it is just, having AI that trolls your accounts, that trolls your Facebook, trolls your Instagram. So when you're posting, they go and they troll it. You know what I'm saying? With some goofy comment, or you go in your lives and start saying goofy stuff, right? So just something to think about, food for thought. I want to make sure all my narc bullies out there, and it is like, people that we used to know, exes, and I want to say exes, I mean like ex-family, ex-friend, ex-coworkers, ex-lovers, ex-spouses, but also, saying the powers that be can be making sure that certain people get a lot of mental pressure all day long, on top of going through their awakening, hoping that they can some kind of way break you, either make you feel like you're insane, or, just label you as such, and no one listens to you. So those of us like me who heal and then get over it, then realize what's going on, you guys, from now on, what I'm saying is, when you're getting trolled, don't pay it no attention. Don't, just think of it as like viruses in a machine, right? So you're out there on the internet thinking of it as one thing, the app you're on. No, it's all connected. So a virus can go from, whatever app to whatever social media platform. So just think about it like a virus. You can't do nothing but try to get rid of it by trying to run some kind of code of your own, or just, what I'm saying, if it's a pop-up malware virus, you can just close it out every time it pops up. You just close it out and go about your business every time it pops up. It can't really do nothing else. So just think about it like that. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to put out. I got to get on the rest of my channels, and I got work to do. But I want to start on this one today because, narc, hey, look, narc awareness and narc survivors. That's what my heart said, y'all. You know what I went through. If you don't know, I'm going to post it up and you'll know. But also go to my channel, King David the Chosen, where you can see my struggle, my journey, right? But this channel right here is close to my heart, man. Anytime I want to get out here and get off my chest without being politically correct, I'm going to get on here. You know what I'm saying? Do what I do. Put out some dope content for you guys to be able to digest or whatever and think about. Food for thought, right? So from now on, if you're being trolled or whatever, it is and possibly are people doing it as well. But no, if you're somebody that excites the people while also telling the truth, then you're a threat, and you're probably being trolled by the powers that be through AI. So the AI is just generating trolls and bots and whatever all day long. Okay? So that means don't let it bother you. Think about it like a virus on your computer. You can't get rid of it. You got it from the internet, and just, not virus, malware. Just close it out, go about your day. Peace, love, and light. Appreciate y'all for listening to me. If you can hit that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'll try to be back later on the day, but I have 5 other stops today I got to make. You know what I'm saying? Making content. So this is stop number 1. Salute, and remember, love myself, love yourself, love God. I'm out.